Hello, my name is Joy Lambert, and this video will be an introduction to the database called ERIC. ERIC is an education-focused database and also a great place to look when researching topics related to children. The acronym ERIC stands for Education Resources Information Center and is sponsored by the Institute of Education Sciences of the United States Department of Education. In this database, you will find ERIC documents, which are reports or studies sponsored by government agencies, as well as scholarly, peer-reviewed journal articles. To get to the database, first go to the library's homepage, library.fullerton.edu. From the library's homepage, click on the Databases icon. You can use the alphabetical list and click on E and scroll down to find ERIC. Or you can use the Subjects drop-down menu to select Child and Adolescent Studies, and then click Search. Once on the CAS databases list, you will see ERIC is the second database in the Best Bets box. Either way you go, just click on the title to enter the database. Once in the database, I can start to plan my search strategy. Let's say that I was working on a research project that wanted to answer the question, how does parental involvement affect the academic achievement of high school students? From that research question, I will pick out the keywords or search terms that I want to put into the database. Research databases are not like Google. You can't put in a question because it will confuse the database. So you need to pick out the keywords you want to use to search. To begin my search, I will put parental involvement in the first box, and academic achievement in the second. I like to keep each concept in its own box. That way, if I have to modify the search using different keywords, everything stays organized. If I wanted to, I could also add high school or high school students as keywords, but I'm going to hold off on that for now. If I scroll down, I can see the filters that are available to use before my search. What filters or how many you use are completely up to you. The first filter I'd like to point out is for peer-reviewed. This will limit your search to peer-reviewed articles. Sometimes your professors will require you to use peer-reviewed articles for your research. Most library databases have a box you can check for peer-reviewed articles. For this example, I will check the box before my search. Another helpful filter is education level. Scrolling through, you will see there are both general and specific education levels you can select if your research focuses on children of certain age groups or grades. For this search, I will select high schools. After I've made my selections, then I'll click search. That first search brought back a decent list of results. However, sometimes a search brings back fewer results than you'd like. I'm going to try to broaden my search using the Boolean connector OR. First, I'll click the advanced search below the search box. This will take me back to a screen where I can easily modify my search. Next, in the first box after parental involvement, I will type OR. And you'll see the database will actually make some suggestions. I will select and add or parent engagement or parent participation. In the second box, I'll add or academic performance or academic success. Then I'll click search. That search brought back more results, so I'll go with this list. I'll also use some of the other filters to help me further refine my results. To do that, I'll click the All Filters button. You'll notice that it is showing the two filters I have already applied. If I want to take either of those off, I can do that by clicking the X next to them. As I scroll down, I'll see the other filters that are available. I want to find articles that have been published fairly recently, so I'm going to open the Published Date filter and select the past 10 years. Sometimes your professors will also want you to focus on US populations. To do this, I will open the Geography filter. Click More to see additional options for this filter. Sometimes you will see United States or US as an option. You may also see specific states or cities listed. Click All Filters to go back to the Filters menu. I can also narrow my results by subject by using the Subject filter. Once I've made all of my filter selections, I'll click Apply. Now that I have applied the filters I want, I'm going to start looking through the results. Looking through the list, if I click on the title of an article, I'll be taken to what is called the record for the article. The record contains all of the descriptive information about the article, including what is needed to build a citation, as well as the abstract, which is just a brief summary of the article. If I read the abstract and decide I want to read the full text of the article for my research, then I'm going to look for how I can access the full text. In the record, you will see either an Access Options drop-down menu or a Find It at Pollock Library button. You will also see these under the brief descriptions in the result list. If there is an Access Options drop-down, open it to see how you can access the full text. Most likely, there will be a PDF of the article that you can open. The PDF version of the article looks just like it did when the article was published in the journal. From here, you can download the article, click Share to email the article, save to Google Drive or OneDrive, or get a permalink by clicking Create Link. The permalink is a permanent link and will not change. URLs and browser windows can change over time, making it almost impossible for you to get back to your article. If you like saving links to keep track of your articles, the permalink will be your best bet. In the PDF view, you will also find the Listen and Accessibility Support tools. The Listen tool will give you the ability to listen to the article in the database or download the MP3 file. The Accessibility Support tool will allow you to fill out a request for content remediation and is intended for use by those with disabilities. ERIC also has a citation tool. When you are in the record or the PDF view of the article, it is in the toolbar in the upper right corner. It looks like open quotation marks. Clicking on that can give you examples of how to cite this article in various citation styles, including APA 7th edition. These examples, however, are rarely 100% correct. So use this as your starting point and then double check with your APA manual or another APA citation resource to make any necessary corrections. If there is a Find It at Pollock Library button in the record for your article, click on that. You may see a link to Get PDF or a link to the full text in another database. If that's the case, click either of those to get to the full text. If we don't have access to the article in a library database, you will be prompted to make a request for the article through interlibrary loan, also called ILL. ILL is the sharing of books and articles between libraries. Most ILL articles will come quickly, probably within 24 to 48 hours, but some may take longer, so start your research early so that you will have time to get any articles you might have to request. And there you have an overview of ERIC, a great resource for CAS majors. Happy researching!